Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome and welcome. Welcome to SKTV Live. Happy new month. We want to welcome each and every one of you. Newborn Monk will be joining us here soon. But in the meantime, let's share the show, please. Sekou will be joining us. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show, please. Hello, everyone. It's good to be back here. Last time we were here, we had Anthony Isaac Jackson Jr. with us. And he was telling us that President Joseph Yuma Boaka is for Bwedu. Let's share the show, folks. Anthony Isaac Jackson told us that President Joseph Yuma Boaka is for Bwedu. If you guys can recall. But let's share the show in the meantime. Today we'll give you our perspective on different things, on what's happening. One thing I know that on SKTV we can tell you what's up. My Christmas and my New Year on all of y'all. I mean all. I said some. My Christmas and my New Year on all of y'all. My Christmas and my New Year on all of y'all. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show, please. The last time we were here, if you can remember, Anthony Isaac Jackson told us President Joseph Yuma Boaka, according to him, was from Bwedu. And Bwedu is a town in Sierra Leone. And when he said it that day, Milburn was laughing. When he said the deacon from Baptist was from Bwedu, Milburn, who is a Baptist member, also started laughing. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, Mama, guess what issue were you?
Yes, I'm talking to the Liberian people. I'm talking to the Liberian people. I'm talking to the Liberian people.
Ali, you man, what gotta do? Ali, you man.
I'm talking to the Liberian people right now. You were laughing the other day when they said your president was from Bwedu.
But be careful.
Well, and Samuel Jackson said it. Samuel Jackson said the president was from Bwedu, and you were here laughing.
Yes, the president from Bwedu. Oh, okay. I thought that the president said, and I knew is Samuel Jackson. Anyway, no, why? No.
But you were on the show when the man said the thing, you were laughing. Remember?
Yes, indeed. Because the reason there is that people know people record. Or AEC John Ramo also putting out some people records out there, my brother. So their records sometimes.
My man. Yeah. Look, let me see. Let me tell you. The Christmas coming. The bigger than I can also. Christmas time. Christmas time. You know, bro, you see the bigger than dancing.
Yeah, man, Steve, I guess what issue we are. You made us there was the Munaka no music, Steve. But this time, last year, then we play the same old music. Because I can recall, right? The CDC people, by this time, their president was like, doing music for us. We were like singing and dancing. Even if he can give us food, Steve, don't stress us. That's the kind of country we were living by them. No food, said we just laugh. But the other one now, they carry all our happiness, especially you, Steve. You carry all our happiness, no food, no music, nothing to even talk about.
We carry your music to Wedu. Remember last time? We carry all your music to Wedu. And you can do this. I mean, you can do nothing more. You do.
Our maybe our 8.4 billion too. Your money because our money is supposed to transform our life. Any attempt, you, Steve, you and your people, let me tell you, even though you are broken away, man, but I'm understanding, if I'm getting a report that you are still associating yourself with us, because I'm still there. So any attempt for you to break away.
And I break away.
Oh, good. Let me know you.
And I just part of your nonsense you got going on. That foolishness, and I'm part of it. And I break away. I left you a long time ago. Since I understood the truth. Since I knew myself and I got to know that nobody can position me. Forget that story. I been left you. So leave that other thing, my brother. I mean, you also be on with story then be talking funny thing. I mean, you don't know that story, brother. Leave that other story.
You appreciate the show, folks. To other people who are joining us, you appreciate the show. Look, we want to hit almost 1,000. Yeah, we have so many news. People been suspended.
Suspended?
They said some people from near the president. You know, from near the president. But what all that is, Steve, you know, look, this country is really interesting. When we see this thing, some people get angry. If no wonder Steve, what people was against Donald Trump, right? Because the cat, even the cat in the home where you can't eat, what happens, Steve? Ever comes out looking for food.
That would be fine in that country. That would be just fine.
So
we keep messing up. That would be fine in that country.
So you can no animal on the sun that will not go look for food. Even the ants or the ants, we can say the ants, everything on the earth that have breath, that have life, always go search for food. So the number one priority of every human being on this earth is food. You got to eat first. But if they get you 150, you Steve, then they say, 150, you will take transport, you will take food, you will take all of your bills for that. My brother, anyway, we moved. Then they say they want you to be like some of your men, pretending that men producing in the US. And you're producing animal producing is that robot? We are start putting things out.
Well, Milborn. We'll come and get to it now. We'll come and get to all the things before we get into politics. Folks, let's share the show.
Yeah, I'm sharing myself.
Let's share the show. As we speak now, a lot of things going on around the world and in the world, Milborn. A lot of situation. A lot of situation going on around the world. Folks, let's share the show. We have very interesting things to talk about today. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Today is December the 5th. The time here is 11:16 a.m. From Phoenix, Arizona. Let's share the show. Like I said, today we have a lot to talk about. Today I will give a very strange position on some things. Some people will not be happy, as always. But like I've always told all of you guys, I am not Santa Claus. I'm not Santa. I don't pass around to make people happy. If you think you come on the show here for me to take your side or to be on your side or to be in your group, I'm not on that team. Nah. SKTV won't do that. We're not going to take side. No, we can't talk. What is all talk? We leave it with the Liberian people. You do what you want to do. We don't care. The people then who say they're feeling hurt and won't get vet, they're passing around, they're bouncing around. Get vet. It's okay. I told you always. When you start getting vets, it's a sign that you're a child of God because the Bible, who can read the Bible, let's say God can get vet. So when you get vet, just confirm that you're a child of God. So we're not worried about you. And then you know, Google Pune can get vet, important Pune can get vet, that you when you get vet, what don't happen. So we're not worried about that one. But folks, let's share the show. In other news, you see the rescue of them bouncing around. Let me give you the other news. During the campaign, during the campaign. The Martin call you, all the other people that were part of the whole campaign communication, whatever it is. The reason why you see part of the investigation, they think been brewing for a long time. The reason why you see part of the investigation, other things going on. You didn't forget, eat some of the money that you get and free the money off. You get it so. That you didn't forget, you see so.
Oh,
yes.
No. Are you talking about the man who said
the man play the rescue people, the other play
will not be the same?
That story, brother. The man play there.
Oh,
the man play there to the point where Martin and Vese they left that whole nonsense thing or talking. The man play them. So that pay bad time. They coming out to pay bad time. They coming to reconcile to that. But at the end of the day, we don't care. We'll talk briefly about what Dylan said. And also in other news, for those of you who are following, maybe when Melbourne finish, even up to before getting to the real program, Prince Johnson called me. Melbourne, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening to you.
Amen.
Prince Johnson call you prior to his death or what?
Yes,
what are you trying to say here?
Prince Johnson called me prior to his death.
Okay.
I will tell the Labrampo what Prince Johnson said.
Okay. Oh, everybody now you're calling people.
Yeah, Prince Johnson called me prior to his death. We spoke briefly. Tell the Labrampo what Prince Johnson said to me. And then we'll move from there. So Prince Johnson called Dylan. Prince Johnson called everybody for what I'm noticing now. Prince Johnson called it, but what Prince Johnson called me to. I will tell you what Prince Johnson said.
Okay.
And then we'll move from there. Whether you believe what Prince Johnson said, you don't believe it, I don't have business. I'm not here to make you believe. I'm not here to, though I don't normally come and tell people who talk to me, who don't talk to me on the phone or whatever. Nah, I don't disclose that. But saying other people disclose it now, then let all bring it to the table what Prince Johnson said. So Prince Johnson called me.
And what was the message?
Remember what you watching for that you Prince Johnson call?
I want to hear the message.
But are you the man call?
Oh, sorry, Chief. I don't want to hear the message. I'm interested in
the man call? You who? I'm gonna give you a message that you the man.
Oh, go ahead, my young man.
You the call. Now your call. You're not on the call. Now your call. And now your call. You are not on the call. Now your call before you.
I was not there. That was saying. I'm
okay. Send me something. Well, let me tell you, why.
Oh, this is the kind of life. Look, my young man, because some of you were so connected to the late senator and maybe Frank, even though people used to copy some of our live or of our show, that's the beauty of their life. People will just take our thing and send it to so many people, and you forgetting to know that these people they will call us, explain. Oh, hey, the people say you were saying they were. Oh, the people say you see it. So all of the things you do to yourself, you're wasting your own energy and time. We fighting for Liberia to get better. Copy everything and carry. Send more. Send everything to them. Well, Steve.
But when they send it, the people who they can be sending it to at the end of the day, the people can bring your name to all and tell you that you're sending it to us. So we know you're the gossip for them, know you.
And that's the thing.
Guess what? It's a very cool thing when they send it, show them to them or they spread, because you know what happened? You get people who helping us spread the show, share the show, and so that's good. If they share the show and they spread the word, it's a good thing. I'm not mad at people who send it though.
No. I'm not.
I'm not. No, to be honest, I'm not. In fact, we encourage people who come on the show. The very first thing is to share the show.
They are the brigade, because the brigade they can make report. So when you make the report as a brigade, you can make. See, I have no issue with them. But look.
Yeah, when you share the show, that means you will live long. When you share the show, you will enter 2025. When you not share the show, you will not know whether you enter 2025 or not. I want to hear you want me you scared to prophesy on people's life? You want me you scared to prophesy on people's life?
I will not prophesy for anybody because
when you get the position.
No problem. I will not prophesy.
You will not get a position. You want to be deacon and you scared?
I'm scared. I don't want to be that kind of more deacon who
yeah, but you get me when I was throwing Goa. You get me when we were throwing Goa. As a deacon, you want to go and send it back to the man. You are here laughing all day that you was okay to be deacon. We're not making you deacon. We're not making you deacon here. You will be there. You will be on that. You will be on that.
I don't want to be deacon against her. I just in fact Send me at I said no na attire we all what digon be I want be digon again.
Yeah, we now want for you to be deacon. We now want for you to be deacon because we know that you suspicious. You suspicious, so we now want you to be deacon.
Yes, because my own Oma Benta Bede, you know, I can be deacon because
man, you can't be deacon, man. You're not correct. You're not correct.
but I'll be deacon. I'm correct already. Nobody
Exactly.
like me. The people copying me and posting me over into chat room. They expect every time you come on the radio, that popping. You talk about people that popping. So and I want to be deacon again.
I mean, you
I don't want to be deacon again. Making it here or making it clear. I don't want to be deacon again.
You tell your deaconship, nobody want to be deacon now. Maybe want real home born now. Cool. So if you cutting a shot now, don't get there.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
You do well.
Maybe quickly, what caught your attention before we go to the update in the country? What caught your attention?
Well, there's this. We talk about social issue.
Yeah, let's get it quick.
Well, social issue as usual. You know, most of our sisters back home sometimes they criticize the married men for no reason, and at the end of the day, sometimes you see them associating with the same married men or how you may call it. So some of them they're not understanding. Some of these people again we moved. Someone will say so. There are some social news about what happening the Christmas married men day, this and that. Oh, the other person. So my brother, we moved. You know, maybe to be married is not easy or safe. It's like in fact the whole world is fighting you. So I don't know. Everybody want for everybody maybe to be the same or what we don't understand. So my brother, that's it. So far, these are some of the social news or social or things that really caught my attention. That but then you say hello, it's a crime. Don't speak to anybody and don't talk to anybody. So
what's up, $1 What's going on, bro? Long time. Yeah, I know. Mama, we need to compare, no catch up, bro. No catch up. Let me say this from a social standpoint. Women by nature, they are competitive beings. In other words, women like competition. Mm-hmm. Women by nature, they are very competitive. They like competition. Don't mind all that thing, you can be here, and the other person want to go marry. The only thing that then get chance to be with somebody who marry or whatever that you get in chance to be. Don't worry about that thing. Don't listen. The thing that what those can be the Bible can be carrying. The Bible David or the apple or God he tell you right wife. He tell you right and tell you right. See that story, man. And I want those what about the thing what happened back in the day. What some people were born on and when you can make no that when you made no. Some of the people, the same people who talking. Some of the same people who talking. They born there, the pa were married and born there. So you want to make
we ask us for the question, my brother, they get best. We ask us for the question. Then they get best.
Leave that story about that normal thing, man. I told you from day one.
We just leave our own now we've got.
My man, when you hear leave that story. Let me tell you something. Let me just be honest with the Liberian people. You know, the problem I get with we just let it be lying and be hiding, you know, whatever it is. It will never stop. It order than order or bigger than order, it will never stop. Majority of the Liberian people are born. They born in wedlock. The men were married. You used to get your mom buried, and that you can. Then you want for the same thing. The thing what you want for it can be maybe not be shocking. You better go look at your history. You're not ready yet. You get a history that get noise behind that you gonna bring noise in the town.
So when you ask them that question, Steve, like what you are saying, like okay, so saying you are so curious about the entire thing, or the men are married. So if just in case the way you are saying, if your father was like the way you thinking, then how you gonna count it? No, I want to wait about it. Oh, okay, go ahead. So my brother,
don't listen to the hypocrite, man. Don't listen to the hypocrite. No one is hustling for married man. You get a married man, they're hustling. They're just jealous of all the prayer they can be praying. Most of them in the church for married men to see them. You know that? Oh, you know that a new prayer point again. Now I want to go to church. They can say the prayer point is on new. When they go to church, the reason why they can say they got on new prayer requests. That the reason they're passing around making no in the town. little hypocrite, man. No, let me tell you something. Me, I'm not worried about the hypocrite. I'm not worried about putting up making noise on Facebook or other places. And you know, all of them hustling. I say it. I told you last night. I said most of the so-called advocates on Facebook, especially the women, the so-called advocates on Facebook, especially the women, they're looking for men. Most of them. Most of the advocates on Facebook, soon they get men, the women, they're gone. The men who on Facebook say they're looking for, they're preaching, they want to corner, whatever it is. That's two level they're on. Oh. The first level they're on is this. They're looking for a job. Most of them, those lazy women. The second level, some of them are homosexual. They're looking for their friend and to sleep with them. That's it. The one who passing around making noise in the town, making a bunch of noise, you check their background. They ain't even keep a fitting job. Some of them in America passing around dancing in front of that one is all go sit and you listen to. The one who yelling. Soon the person who they support their win, they even call them. Can you imagine? The ones that I don't understand. The one I don't understand is this. That means we'll be saying in America, I support anybody you win election. You not call my name. You not look for me. You call me often or write me to give me position. I tell myself, I care myself, like brother will be passing around with you in that dust. You crazy? That means you'll be on that thing. That means you'll be on that thing. You're not ready yet. You are not ready. You're not ready for anything. You're not ready yet. So at the bottom line, my brother, don't listen to the hypocrite. That's not so the pastor just telling different level.
Oh, my brother, we're suffering. Let me just say that. Let me confess.
Why are you suffering on? Look, let me tell you something. See now what I'm making noise. You see now what I'm making noise that you're suffering. You're not so be suffering. You're not so be suffering. You just maybe you are open grown. Let me not use you because I want to expose anything.
For me, I'm socially active. Forget about my own. But I'm talking about other people. When I say we, that means I put it into some people who are not able to talk, who are not able to be like me. You know me, you.
No, me not understanding. Me nothing. Don't put me in your crooked dig on thing you got going on. Not inside. Me, you want to get burger from Buelu, you not on that thing. We're not on it. Let me clear on that who get into the politics. So I mean, what I'm saying in essence here is newborn. There are some things in life you can change. Oh, yeah. Anything that older than you can't change it, such as anywhere you find man and woman, you will find these things. These things are natural. They are common. They are things that are supposed to happen. My brother, don't let nobody listen. They are natural. The people can say they put them no borders. They are natural phenomenon. You can't change that thing. The employees will find woman and man. You know, will find lead that thing, brother. We are social being. That thing has all happened. Look, when it happened, that I can just tell God, thank you, because life is being fulfilled. The Abraham, what they can refer to as forefather or the father of religion or whatever it is. Abraham, if Abraham can get something on the side or not, that you're not ready yet. Abraham got something. So my question, Abraham has something on the side that you were knocking. In fact, as part of that, how we got he got pregnant. I hear some people want to argue, say, oh, but his wife knew about it. What his wife knew about it or not, he was knocking it on the side. And then that one day,
they can don't want to be justified, but
even when they born, Abraham was still knocking, you know. See that thing, man. I want to go and got call what thing to can't get fair with who. To can't get fair with who. I can't get fair with nobody on that level. Enjoy. So I
ask them, you know, when they say some of these things, they say, oh, the Bible say, whoa. I said, yeah. And I don't think about history. I said, no, one of us Steve can say, some of you, your people not can read the Bible for you.
They want who the pastor can read Bible for them, interpret it to them, and they want to lecture me.
So when I kind of say, okay, so the same Bible said that the pastor must be collecting money. Again, I said, okay, no problem. Anyway, so that move now.
Bible said, Bible, when your pastor pregnant, you that power there. Discuss you man issue, man. Then I got no stand on little people in the house. Even in the church, they can be rocking a bun for the pastor, then they be doing all kind of funny things. They be dressing funny. And I want to go say the Bible say, I say that I tell it. No, anybody do foolishness, any attempt to do foolishness, you say you should reply proportionally. Who here for that?
Look, Steve, thank God that I ain't want to be digging again because when people dress cool, and Steve, when you see it,
I know you're trying wappy.
Yeah,
I know you're trying wappy.
No, forget it. And not because of that. I want
to. Wappy, man. We know your story about
it. No, not because of that. But look, somebody dress cool. Somebody get it. Somebody women, the way they get dressed. Look, you see it straight, my brother. No wahala. You can be so. Look, I know is the what kind of way on some
also I can get my own. I said Prince Johnson call me. Update on what's going on like in politics. Update
well, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Quickly before you update us, let me say this from an international standpoint. President Donald Trump not even take power yet. The noise that behind the man, the noise that the man coming with an small noise. No, the man just appointing bunch of controversial people, bunch of noise makers that the man bring to the White House with so noise at the president. No, this country will be interesting for the next few years. I can't wait for January 20th for Donald Trump to take over. I can't wait for a very first speech when he takes over.
Because of noisy.
Look, the country will be noisy. The world will be on edge because Donald Trump, when he wake up today, he will go outside, he will talk fully there, he will do fully there. So, that one will know everything. But something interesting caught my attention. The CEO of one of the biggest insurance companies here, a few days ago got allegedly I think it's for United Healthcare, one of the biggest health insurance companies here. It's a serious thing here now, going on. But on the other, also in South Korea, and tomorrow we'll talk about it a little bit more. In South Korea, the president, they're working on trying to impeach the president because I think he agreed on a certain law to be passed in the country. So, like I said, things are going on in the world. A lot of things happening. Most people not even paying attention to Liberia. Folks will also talk about the Unity Party, quote unquote, 8.4 billion that they need to accomplish their agenda, their rescue agenda. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about the scam that is in it. We'll talk about the level of criminality that you guys have planned. The stealing, the amount of stealing. We'll talk about it. There are a lot of things we have to discuss. And then the last thing that caught my attention, Melbourne, is we said it on the show and we'll continue to say, Joseph Boaga ain't got no work to do. Joseph Boaga is bored. That's why they're passing around with him. Melbourne, the church there, I heard say you're renovating the little hall you got to the church over there, where the children can be running around that little hall there, where they can be running around that hall. You're calling the president what dedicated to? Because Joseph Boaga is very less busy. Anything you get in the community, anything you get at Christmas, please call United Party people, the rescue people. Joseph Boaga will be there to dedicate it. Anything you got going on, Joseph Boaga is less busy. He ain't got nothing going on. He is very bored. So anything, even if you get tomato call, you put together, you say you want to dedicate, you call him, he will come there. That's how the presidency is going low. The level of foolishness is going low. Yeah, James, he issued a martial law. Yes, that is the problem they're having in South Korea right now. So anything you got going on in the country, if you get your NAFO group that you want to dedicate, you get NAFO group, you get a lab group, then you get other, your small social club, then at the end of the year, you're going to collect your susu, you have small thing, you want to dedicate something, you call the president, he will be there. He ain't got work to do. He is bored. That's why he's passing around. They're passing around with funny level then. So let's hear what's going on in the town.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. And let me say good evening to our followers, our listeners, and to all of you there who are always listening to the SK TV show, even though some of you have your own personal issues. Sometimes you feel disappointed. Sometimes you feel that maybe the best way out is for you to call on other platforms and talk about SKT. Let me be frank to you quickly, still before I give all of the update. Look, we come here to talk for Liberia and for Liberian people. We don't come here to talk for or to praising anybody. That's the point. All of you voted out there for the leaders to do your work. You didn't vote for them for to be praising them here and there. If that is the case, then let them leave the positions and go back in a very community so that we can be praising them. So when we come here, we not come here to joke, to be praising people as you want. Some of you get angry and call and say, be laying our complaints and be talking here and that, a waste of time. Thank you so much. So let me move quickly, Steve. Yes, so on today, the Health Workers Association of Liberia who held their press conference on today, telling the Liberian people or the Liberian government that they gave them 10 days from now on to go into their situation to have some understanding about what's happening with the health workers, or else they're going to be a massive protest. So on today, they had their press conference, and that press conference was covered by so many media institutions. So apart from that, also, they are also warning the government on so many things like salary increasements, good health facility for health workers, and so forth. But Steve, with other news also coming from the executive mansion or from the president, one of the president was about some EPS officer who are sometimes seen backing some of the government officials for money or for handout. According to the press release, that 4 EPS officers were suspended for backing or for taking money from some people or from some government officials. So that press release is out. But again, there are some actions as to who are those people. There were no names in place on the press release. But again, today we watch the Liberian Senate having their session, and also we also follow the lower house, but there were not much activities today from the lower house with the issue of the holding and putting between the Fanaticofa block and that of the anti-Kofa block also at the Supreme Court, stay ahead, and we're still waiting to hear from the Supreme Court as to what's going to happen next, or who's going to be in the point of victory, or how the ruling going to be like. So Liberians, they are all waiting and glued to their various radio stations or media outlets, waiting as to how the entire thing going to run out, how the Supreme Court going to come up with her ruling as to which way it's going to go and which way it go. Liberians are waiting to accept which way it go. But my brother, as we speak, from the home of the late Senator Prince Johnson, people are moving back to back. Mind you, the news on last evening about a tragic motor accident involving one of the vehicles of the late Senator Prince Johnson, which of course we get a report that 4 persons lost their lives. And so their military action to the Liberians are in a sympathy mood. They are also regretting the incidents and so forth. And with that news, Honorable Yaka Koruba also today had his press conference accusing the government of manipulating all of the systems or trying to have their way out, trying to bribe people into so many things. In fact, doing all of the worst things that they criticize the former president, President George Manawia. They are also doing the same thing, and he regretting supporting the rescue government or President Joseph Yimabwaka. But again, according to him, they're going to hold the government feet to the fire until they do the right thing. And apart from that, also there are a lot of wild accusations that have been made with the National Port Authority about him putting some money together to bribe the Supreme Court, according to Honorable Yaka Koruba, and also the vice president or through the vice president. So the vice president also come up with a press release, also debunking that and saying that no, it's not true. This information coming out there is false and misleading. So far so good. Steve, these are some of the happening back home. Any other news as we go along, we're going to inform our people about what's happening.
Well, thank you so much, Melbourne. First of all, let me say to the Liberian people, let me be clear on something. Since everybody Prince Johnson calling them, Prince Johnson called me.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince Johnson's message to me was Jeremiah Kun lie. Prince Johnson never told Jeremiah Kun what Jeremiah Kun said. Also, Prince Johnson said Dylan lie.
Okay.
That situation never happened. And Prince Johnson said, "You're my leader." Stop the foolishness. That the conversation me and Prince Johnson had a day before he could pass away. He said he knew that all of these fakers then will come out and talk. And will talk foolishness in public with confidence. That they might leave me alone and they might carry on the stealing that he left them in. Because he said he was part of it. All of them were corrupt. Prince Johnson was a corrupt man. He is a corrupt man. In fact, as evidenced by that, he died sanctioned. You know the foolishness that you're passing around with, that people, because they gave their life to God, so automatically, everybody should forget it and forgive them or whatever it is. They need to quit. They need to quit. Ain't nobody forgetting that. What Prince Johnson did to them. The same way how you now forget the good that Prince Johnson did for you, the same way people don't forget the bad that Prince Johnson did to them. So let's stop this foolishness. And some of you in the Senate, like the DeLong and other people who were taunting Prince Johnson, and 1 minute you drink war crime code business, that today you know Prince Johnson are a good man, that today you know he was. All of you are a bunch of hypocrites. All of you guys, you're a bunch of hypocrites. And that's why the country is what it is. And let me say this, I want to openly, folks, I want to openly thank President George Weah. I know you've been passing around the handshake thing. Let me thank President George Weah for one of the very first time. Let me thank him today for refusing to shake Jeremiah Kung's hand. That's what men do. When you vex with somebody, when you're not okay with somebody, that thing where you got in Liberia, when you vex with somebody, you're supposed to act like you're not a human being. Oh, you know, and you're a leader, you are this, you're that. Let me say this to the Liberian people. Leaders are not robots. When you play people, when you deliberately lie to people, and you have an agreement, and you dupe them, and you expect the person to come out and laugh with you and be cool and be shaking your head and be passing around. This is what you have in that country. That's why the country is what it is today. You guys are not serious. You are not authentic about people that hurt you, that harm you. You pass around in the name of God and you forgive them. But you passing around with a hurt in your heart, waiting for an opportunity to pay back. You can't express to them that you are dissatisfied. President George Weah had all rights to refuse to shake Jeremiah Kung's hand. I don't even know why he justifying it. President George Weah don't need to explain himself to anybody. He's a grown man. He can choose hand to shake, hand to not shake. That is God-given right. You can choose to do that. You can choose to do that. And the sooner we start to understand these things, that you don't pass around and do people wrong and expect them to forget it, the sooner it will help all of us as a nation to heal. And this thing, let me tell you something. I'm not here to say God forgive Prince Johnson or not. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Jr. But on earth, Prince Johnson is responsible for hurting people. He must be held accountable on earth. So is the Thomas Yahya Nimle. So is the George Bole. So is the other rebel group, the butt naked. So is the other guys who committed atrocity. They need to be held accountable. And until we can sit down as a nation and say, listen, let's take this thing and not make it personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. Why do you think you prosecute the government or the leaders or the state can prosecute people who steal? It's not personal. People who commit crime. Why do you think they got prisoners? Why do you think they got the prison? It's because people must be held accountable. Okay, the prisoner they're in jail or whatever. Some we should forget Prince Johnson. They put them in jail who get a life to God, who committed crime. Let's free them too. Let them get out of jail now. Let them get out of prison. They give their life to God. God forgive them for what they did. You have a country that is so beautiful that we could do plenty of things out of that country. But we're just passing around doing today when in your favor, then you got to make excuses for doing what is right. And you make all the excuses around to not do what is right. You don't want to hold your friend accountable. You don't want to hold your people accountable, either because you're in some kind of society or you're some kind of brother group or you're in some kind of group. So you close your eyes on it and you move on. As much as this, as much as Prince Johnson is dead, I want to say this to the Liberian people. Prince Johnson and the people of Nima were used. And Prince Johnson used other people too as well. I will say this to the people of Nima. Rise up and start putting the future of your children in one man's hand or one woman's hand. This fact that you are even doing that is a sign that you are addicted to slavery. You are looking for somebody that you can channel through for that person to come and use you. I hear you're talking about, oh, who will be the next leader, who will be the next godfather, or whatever it is. Everybody in Nima is a leader. And when we start having that mindset where it can be an open competitive process, whether when you select somebody, you will not say, oh, they're a godfather, they're the other father, they're the other father, and they use you and sway you. Sometimes you go places and you voted for Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Kun. Right after Prince Johnson died, 24 hours, anyone having party and celebrating. You think they care about Nima Kante? When you do these kind of things, then they say, oh, that politics. No, they're not politics. When you hurt people, it's not politics. It's not politics. When you openly lie to people and change what you promise them, they're not politics. They're not politics. When you deceptively sit there, oh, just so you know, there's a video circulating. The video that Prince Johnson said, I seen them bring one other guy testifying on my own. The English that he's struggling with anyway, but that's common thing to us. They're not Prince Johnson, what can do? And we lead do in the bathroom, we come by whatever it is, and they call do here. But in Prince Johnson, word, he said he fooled do. And he will kill do. That's what he said. I'm saying this to say the real story behind Prince Johnson's death will come out. You all remember it today. It will come out. But bottom line is this: when you play games too much in life and you think you're too smart, you can play everybody. There comes a time where people who you don't expect to play you will play you. And that's exactly what happened to Prince Johnson. He was played. On SKTV, we'll stand by what we say. We don't take it back. He was played big time. He thought the same game he used on other people, they use it on him. It's just that we're not in the time of war. He was played. Don't forget about that story where they passing around with. 1 minute Prince Johnson fell down in the bathroom, then he drove himself to the hospital. Another minute he fell down and called somebody kind of thing to the hospital. You all forget about that trial story. The people who can tell you, say, the man shot himself in the head. And I told you last time that the Secret Service is the SSS guy in Nima County that was killed. This thing Prince Johnson said he saw what happened as a second senator, but he couldn't testify. And the Liberian government told your other job that the man shot himself in the head. And look. These people are not ready for seriousness. And you know, one of the person that I'll just about to call your name, Mr. Kane. One of the person that the way I used to take the Liberian business and the Liberian situation personal. I was so vested in it. You know, one evening, Sekou called me and he said, I need to talk to you. So I thought, I did something wrong. Because you don't normally say, I need to talk to you on issues. You don't normally say it. Normally, if you got something to tell me, he's very patient. He will wait till I come to the house and we'll talk about it. But this day, he called me. He said, I need to talk to you. So I asked him, Mr. Kane, what did I do? He said, no, I need to talk to you. Come wherever you are, come. So I left what I was doing. I ran to him. I went to the house. He was sitting in the couch. To the house, he got his different seats, everything seated. But then he got his own spot. My man, remember the day you come, that spot there. You need to sit down in that spot. He got his own spot where he can sit there and relax. So he sat down in that spot, and he said to me, he said, you're my picking, and you can listen to me when we talk. I said, yeah. He said, the thing I'm going to tell you, I want for you to take it very seriously. He was watching the news, but he turned it off. And he said to me, he said, I see that you're passionate, you love Liberia, you want the right thing to be done. He said, but let me be honest with you. The people in that country are not serious. Don't take the Liberian people thing personal. Invest your energy, your time on something different. Those people are not ready to do what is right. They're not serious. And you know what? After a couple of weeks, couple of months, it dawned on me that you're not serious in that country. No. So Mr. Kane was 100% right. And after he said that, he said nothing again. He was done with it. He changed the subject. He said that the only thing I called to tell you, as a little brother, I wanted you to know this. And I want you to take this seriously from me. And today, here, I'm saying it in public. I never told you, even though last night we talked, this morning we talked. I've never told him I will openly say this in public. You guys are not ready. You're not serious. You're not ready to move this country forward. You're not ready to do what is right. You're not. And that's why the country is what it is today. Mr. Kane, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
I've actually been following, and I think you guys are doing great. I listened to the part where you talk about President Weah refusing to, shake hands with the vice president. And you're very right on that when you said he has the right to shake hands with anybody and to refuse to shake hands with anybody. Most of our people are very hypocritical, and they always hide stuff within them, burning their heart, but yet they will pretend as if everything is okay. And I think what Weah did, everybody know Weah is somebody who is kind of vindictive person, similar to Joseph Boakai. They are kind of vindictive. When you do something to them, they will take it back to you, no matter what, no matter how long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why even more people, when they do something to George Weah, they don't want to come by themselves, because they know George Weah will not forgive them. He will find a very perfect opportunity to strike back. So, yeah, so Weah did whatever then that's not the first time, actually. He did it right after the election.
Mm-hmm.
He did it. He refused to shake Jeremiah Kun's hands. And the refusal of Jeremiah Kun betrayed him. Jeremiah Kun lied to him.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Kun told the guy to invest money in him. And Jeremiah Kun, to be honest with you, my brother, I want him to be president some days. But Jeremiah Kun is not an honest person. Jeremiah Kun went and lied that Cummings offered him $5 million. He told some people right after talking to them, they called me and they told me, oh, my man, that's true that Cummings offered $5 million to Jeremiah. That Jeremiah Kun for $5 million we offered, they will say no. The man who is accused of selling him on power for money.
$5 million, you mean $5 million?
$5 million US dollar, he will refuse that. That Cummings offered him $5 million to be vice president. And which turned out to be a complete lie. So Jeremiah Kun promised George Weah that they should sponsor him. He's going to go in the race just to, dilute the political water in Nima County. And being the political leader for MDR at the time, he said he will accumulate enough vote and then he will endorse George Weah in the second round. And then he decided, to lie to George Weah, and when he supported, and went with Joseph Boakai as the vice president, he saw the opportunity. So George Weah was not happy with that. He never returned a call to say anything. Then only to come see the man in public, won't shake the man hand. So the American was very dishonest. And for the most part, when it comes to politics, he's not somebody who is actually honest. He can't take anybody serious when it comes to politics. Whatever happens, anybody that gets his way, he will take you out. Will take you out regardless who you are. So the American, he should not complain. His people should not complain. If you don't want somebody to treat you badly, you got to behave. You got to treat them, nicely as well. You can't betray somebody or lie to somebody and then you expect them to kind of public, that you did nothing to them. Some people will do that, but not everybody will do that. So hopefully Mabon will come back.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask you on some things, and I hope maybe we can get, I don't know if you can get Honorable Yega Koluba or myself can get him, or if Honorable Yega Koluba following or listening, for him to feel free to clarify something. On his page that he normally says his official page is the Honorable Yega Wa Koluba TV. He is reporting that Joseph Boakai plans to meet with the Supreme Court bench. Yesterday you did. SKTV broke a news that allegedly the Supreme Court, members of them, were offered bribe or monies, again, allegedly. And so today it's reported by Honorable Yega Koluba. And again, we take as face value what Yega Koluba says, because most of the things he said, they've come to pass for the most part. So his words carry some validity and they can be taken seriously. Let's just be honest. Whether you like him or not, it's not about liking him. It's not about liking how he says it or whether he's on your side or not. It's just that his words are proven to be factual. The same way with SKTV, one of the reasons Unity Party people and some other people don't like SKTV is because what we have said, whether they believe it or not, it comes to pass. That's all. It's not personal. But he's reporting that that President Joseph Yuma Boakai, who reportedly by Anthony Isaac Jackson, who was here last week, who said that the president is from Buedu, planned to meet with the Supreme Court, to have a meeting with the Supreme Court, but the meeting should happen today at 12, but it got abruptly canceled. But the president is still actively, allegedly seeking to meet with the Supreme Court. Mr. Kane, if we should take that conversation as at face value, that the president wants to meet with the Supreme Court, wherein the Supreme Court has a decision to make, on a serious national issue, wherein the president has shown that he's leaning towards the majority black, as evidenced by the moves that he's made by allowing his ministers to go there, or other government agents to go there, or leaders in the government to go there, and also by sending the budget to them. My question to you is, Mr. Kane, what is this? Because yesterday I listened to the show you had this morning. You were very clear that the Unity Party and Joseph Yuma Boakai have made up their mind that they will go the majority black and will do everything to thwart the efforts or to bend the rule of law. What say you? This is very, very concerning.
Yeah, so we are privileged to some of the information that you said Yega Koluba talk about. Actually, I've never listened to Yega Koluba, the representative. I didn't listen to his press conference. I haven't listened. Sometimes I listen to it, but today I have not, have the time to listen to it. But what I know and what I can tell you for sure, based on our information, we told you, we reported yesterday that Joseph Boakai government will bribe the Supreme Court justices.
Mm-hmm.
And we reported that it might be 5-4-5 or 4-1.
What does that mean? 5 for 5, 4 and 1. What it means to the money?
It means that those 5 associate justices in the Supreme Court of Liberia, they might all, based on their opinion, they might all vote one way or the other.
All 5 of them.
All 5 of them, or 4 for 1. That's the reason why Joseph Boakai competition is being mentioned here. Joseph Boakai is now scheduled to meet with probably Club did not get the whole information, but what we can report from SKTV, there's one person who is yet to agree to be on the same page to give the, to make the opinion on, in favor of the majority bloc. 4 out of 5 of the Supreme Court justices, they have agreed. And I can also tell you that some of them already received the money, the $200,000. One person that is refusing, that is fighting, their fear is now, but that person voting against what they want to do. But if the person will not allow, the person will not go and leak. Because, we can come and say anything we want to say here. We can come and report all the information we got. But when it's coming from a member of the Supreme Court bench,
right,
that will solidify some of the information we have given.
True.
People will believe it more than when they hear from us. So they're afraid if this person will, even if the person refused to be on the side of them, whether they will keep the information, to the chest. And that's Liberia. Everybody knows somebody. Everybody is somehow related. And the political football in that country, it can go either way. It can go either to either direction. So at the end of the day, everybody got somebody somewhere. Likewise, the Supreme Court the United Party there are people planted all over the place in the National Election Commission that give them the leverage to play George Weah and CDC. CDC got some people too in the Supreme Court. There are conversations been going on, and the fear of Joseph Boakai and their people is whether or not this person will leak what's going on behind the scene.
But Mr. Khan, let me ask you this while we get into this conversation to kind of spread out. Let's keep all factors constant, right? What does it mean for President Joseph Boakai to intervene with the Supreme Court, or to even be seeking meeting with the Supreme Court, allegedly, at this hour of the game, wherein they have to make a decision on a decisive national issue that could, whether you like it or not?
So the Supreme Court ruling is supposed to come on Tuesday. So 4 of the 5 are on the same page. And the one person that is not on the page with them, they have tried to persuade this person, and the person is not budging. So what's going on now? They try to seek presidential intervention. It's not the Supreme Court meeting with the entire Supreme Court bench. That's not the information that we have. The one person that is being adamant to follow the agreement, the thing they already planned, came to the majority bloc. That one person is the person that Joseph Boakai is trying to persuade, because he told him, say, Papa, you just got to intervene with this person. The other person will guide them, but the other person is not listening. So that's the person Joseph Boakai started the meeting with. It's not the entire Supreme Court.
Hmm.
So Joe Bwagai meeting too. Joe Bwagai doesn't know whether the whole thing going to be leaked out. But like I told you, there are people on the Supreme Court bench that were appointed by George Weah. I'm not going to point fingers. Appointed by George Weah that has some form of loyalty and trust with George Weah.
Right.
The information you get called about, they're getting it from the CDC angle. They're getting it from the CDC angle. So the Supreme Court is not like a heavily divided, but there is a person there that don't want to go with this $200,000 offer, and they don't care if the person go with it. They already made up their mind, but their fear is, can you keep your mouth shut?
Hmm.
And the fact that a meeting was discussed, and this person already leaked that information to the CDC. This thing is going to be ugly. Let me be honest with you. It's going to be ugly, and there will be some backlash after the decision by the Supreme Court on the ongoing issues in the House of Representatives. There will be a backlash.
But Mr. Kennedy, let's come to something that's very important and also interesting, though. If we keep all factors constant again, as we are reporting here, allegedly on SKTV, that some members of the Supreme Court or some members of the Supreme Court are not willing to work with Joseph Bwagai and go on this thing, but Joseph Bwagai, them allegedly their concern now is not about the deal going on, but this person being silent and not exposing some of the plans or the deals or whatever it is, which has already been leaked, allegedly been leaked.
And the person already, in fact, the person already informed CDC President Weah that, in fact, the people there, I told them no, now they have scheduled a meeting with me and the president. Joseph Bwagai want to meet with me and talk to me. So now, that's when the CDC now, and you got called by all the other people there on the other side saying, oh, in fact, Joseph Bwagai scheduled a meeting with the Supreme Court bench. It's not the entire Supreme Court, just one person who has some loyalty to President Weah and the CDC, saying no. That everything going on, that person be leaking the secret too. Yeah.
But before we come to that person, let me ask you this question. Does this put the entire Supreme Court bench at a huge compromise?
The Supreme Court is very, very compromised. In fact, people are even threatening to, I don't know whether I should go there, but I don't want to dig deeper on the Supreme Court stuff. So yeah, but it's serious.
So Sekou and Steve, I'm getting this latest news coming from the Supreme Court. I think I got to forward to you people so that you will see it. But I think this is the communication been sent out as to what will be happening with the entire issue. Hopefully, they are saying hopefully let me send it to you quickly so that you can see it, Steve. I'm sending that to you.
Where did you send it? On Facebook?
Yes, I'm sending that to Steve Messenger, and I'm also sending it to you also so that you can see what I'm seeing here. Even though we're waiting for our courtroom reporter to tell us exactly, but this is
from the communication here, normally the Supreme Court would send out a communication to the parties to be available for
aware of what will be happening. Yes, so they are saying on tomorrow.
Tomorrow it will be.
So read it. Yeah, read it. Is there?
Yeah, they will be giving out a ruling tomorrow, basically, just to sum this up.
Okay. So, so that even help our information. Like I told you guys. So they are they are dug in, and they're going to do whatever they decided. And most of the guys from the Fonati block, they are informed about this. They already know the ruling. Most of them. I don't know, but what is expected, unless something change overnight, what is expected, they're going to rule in favor of the majority bloc. And
even with the past precedences that set from the same court, the same Supreme Court,
whatever justification they may give, I'm telling you, the pure information, they will. In fact, I spoke with one of the lawmakers today from the majority bloc. They are so confident. They even saying that the person told me, we don't even know what they put a waiting time to come up with a ruling, because we know the ruling is going to be in our favor. But if that's the person told me today, and that's the reason why this information that the ruling could come out tomorrow, believe it. The person told me early this morning, that if the Supreme Court failed, whether or not they failed to give their ruling this week, they will go back to work next week. And I say, even against the Supreme Court decision asking you guys, everybody, to hold on, they say they don't care. If the Supreme Court does not come up with something this week, next week they're going to go to work and resume session. And the government going to work with them, meaning the executive will work with them, and the Senate will work with them. That's how much confident they are. So for them, it's a done deal. Unless something extraordinary happens, then we could see different result. And again, and I said, Steve, I said, maybe these people are afraid of the public reaction, the backlash of their ruling. Should they go in line with the majority? You know what the president told me, Steve? You put it out for anything. You put it out for anything. And anybody money, they will. You want to take him?
Yeah, please. I think that's critically important. Let's hear from the Honorable Koluba.
Yeah. Honorable Koluba. Hello? Honorable Yeke Yakpaolo Koluba.
So I posted that Supreme Court will give the ruling tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And the people just came out, right? I don't want to be definite on the time because I was working with information. So I needed to be very careful. But I broke the news before the people even came out. And let me tell you something, Sekou. The Supreme Court rule tomorrow in the interest of the Liberian people. The president making effort to see I challenge the president office to deny it. To meet with the Supreme Court bench. Today they should have had a meeting, but the meeting was canceled by 12. I stand by my statement. My statement is 100% correct. I stand by it. And the president, audience with the Supreme Court bench. The meeting should have been held today, but it was canceled. So he's still making effort to have audience with the Supreme Court bench tonight. I stand on my statement.
So, Honorable Koluba, SKTV information is kind of a little bit different. Yes, indeed, there was a planned meeting, but SKTV was informed that the meeting was not for the entire Supreme Court bench, it was for a particular person in the bench.
No.
Okay.
No.
So based
information, my information, SK.
Yeah.
Let me say this to you, Paul and Steve, Melbourne, other people.
Yes, sir.
My information is 100%. If they have something more than 100%, I will say more than 100%. But it's 100% correct. So I don't know from where you got your information.
Okay.
But
We shall
I
see.
know that the Joseph Boakai wanted to meet with the Supreme Court bench today by 12, and the meeting was canceled.
All right. So.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but the question now becomes, if Joseph Boakai is eager to meet with the Supreme Court prior to the releasing of their ruling, does that mean the ruling is now in favor of Joseph Boakai and the majority?
Right.
That's why you try to overturn it?
So we want to give him a side?
Yes.
Yeah.
The ruling is in favor of the Liberian people.
And Joseph Boakai want to overturn that.
The ruling is in for the Liberian people.
Oh yeah. So what is the intent of Joseph Boakai's meeting with the Supreme Court? To overturn whatever decision they already made?
Any attempt for him to insist and meet the report tonight, it will be that he has influenced the judgment of the Supreme Court.
So you think that could so you think that could potentially change? So you think that could potentially change the ruling already made by the Supreme Court?
If the ruling was going to change, the 900,000 are going to change it.
So
of the Liberian people.
All right, let's listen to Steve.
Listen to the ruling.
All right, still want to ask you.
So Honorable Yaga Kolba, let me ask you this question. And let me say this to the public, first of all, to be on record here on SKTV, that Honorable Yaga Kolba, whether you like him or not, I said it, we said it behind him and in front of him. Honorable Yaga Kolba is one of the most credible lawmakers in Liberia and consistent. Almost everything he has said, whether we're doing Jowea time or in this administration, it has come to pass. We've seen it. You might not like the way he says it, or he might not be saying it in your party or your leader's favor, but he's been consistent. So for that, we'll give you credit, Honorable Yaga Kolba. But let me ask you this question about the 900,000 first that you talked about. Do you know the source of that 900,000 allegedly through Mr. Dukley?
So the 900,000 were collected under the instruction of the Vice President Jeremiah Cohn. According to them, they were going to use it to influence the court decision. But still, you'll be surprised to know that the court are making the delay have been coming because of a lot of things. But the court have made a decision already to rule in favor of the law, and the law will be ruled, and the law will be the law to. Some of us will get frustrated, and some other people will get frustrated. But I know will God be on the rule of law, sir. The rule of law will carry the day tomorrow.
So my question to you now: will you accept the ruling regardless?
Yes, because I know I have reached a point where it have been concluded with my information that the court has refused to be influenced, the court has refused to be tampered with, and the court has said the law will be the law. Watch tomorrow and see.
Will you accept the ruling regardless?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the law will be the law. The court will contradict itself.
So what if you consider to be the law? What if that's not the case tomorrow? Will you stay?
What the Constitution says will be the law. What our rule says will be the law. Not what majority say. Do you have majority in the Constitution? Do you have majority in the book? Do you have minority in the book? We don't have minority in the rules. We don't have minority in the Constitution. They are starting playing the Constitution talk about a minority. But in the instance of
you have majority in the Constitution that talks about quorum.
Yeah, I understand. I just said it.
Okay.
I said they are starting playing the Constitution talk about minority. I just said that.
Okay.
So, but when it comes to interpreting the law, the Liberian people will be satisfied tomorrow, and the law will be the law.
Melbourne, do you have a question for Kolba before
I have another question before Melbourne. Maybe I beg you. Let me ask my second question.
Okay, go ahead, Steve.
No, but you get Kolba.
Yes.
This is the last minute.
I will still answer the
See, the man say you got money for you. You didn't say money.
We talk me and we talk. I will call you on other issue. But on the way, Kolba, please, I beg you. Let me ask this question. What does that say about Joseph Yuma Boakai as a sitting president, who in last minute to the court's ruling, if all factors should stay constant, allegedly trying to interfere with the decision of the Supreme Court when the Constitution says that you guys should work separately and independently? What does that say about this administration or Joseph Yuma Boakai?
So you see, Joseph Boakai is not respecter of the law. Joseph Boakai have never respected the law. So you always want to use his influence when it comes to money, because he got influence. When it comes to money, anyway, money got influence.
Money got influence.
And when it comes to money, to use the money, cash influence to find his way through. But the meeting is being worked on. We have reached it that the meeting could be held today. When we reach 60%, I will put it on my page. But we are just reached 50% that the meeting could be held today, tonight.
So, see, one more question. I want to go to Mabel to ask.
Yeah, let's go to Mabel, please.
Well, Honorable Koloba, let me say thank you. I did listen to you today when you were having your press conference at your office, and Liberian depend on you with all of the talking and so forth. You've been consistent. But let's move on with all of the happening on tomorrow. And on today, you said that because of this job issue, people recommending people also because of that. They are not saying to some of the government officials. And in fact, you were also saying that some of your colleagues or some of the lawmakers are also, or in fact, they were also seen as some of the ministries. What are you trying to tell the Liberian people exactly what's going on in the legislature?
Even in the 54th, we're happy. Lawmakers recommending people to go to work to places. That's the reason why you see when ministers are involved with criminal acts, we don't have the moral to bring them to book. So the system will make them, we still continue with the system. Some of us want to come to the Capitol building because we say, oh, man, when you lawmaker, you got the influence the way. Like when you chair on national security, you can talk to the director of police to implore people, you can talk to immigration. It happened in the 55th. I saw it. Our eyes to recommend people, and I told them no, because I don't want to have a bishop when I want to criticize the police or the immigration or any sector of the security sector. So, like I said, Sekou and myself, the port marine director and myself came on a plane together. I said, he will not deny when I will send my ticket copy to you, and let him tell you on that day if he didn't call on Kenya Airways. He confirmed to me that Leslie came from Capitol building from lawmakers for him to implore people that are recommended by them to him. I challenge him to deny that we didn't come on the same plane.
Yeah, but the mayor may not deny you coming on the same plane with him, but he may deny the conversation. But why do you think Sekou will actually trust you to share that kind of information with you when you be in the vanguard of being very critical of the government?
Sekou told me, he said, look, once most of our ministers will go to ministerial meeting, we'll go to corporate meeting. People always talk about lawmakers visiting agency, all the ministry, other places, but they have never named you to visit any of those places. I said, because I don't want to be temporary when I'm ready to criticize you. The record is there.
So Honorable Kolba, does that justify the claim by Senator Dillon that he too was asked by the lead senator to recommend his son, his daughter?
It is true. that the senator eyes the law because Joseph Walker couldn't give the senator audience anymore. Even the Jeremiah Kuhn couldn't give Jeremiah Kuhn couldn't employ his wealth people, his family people in government. Prince Johnson don't have to say anymore. So what they don't say was true. So I come back to say, when I said that Prince Johnson died for betrayal and frustration, I spoke from that's a frustration.
So you think we could possibly see Prince Johnson being employed now since they don't already push him?
It's not impossible. What the law said is not lie. It's not impossible.
Well, let me ask you a question about. I know you said in one of your press conferences, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, that you are not ready to get into the Prince Johnson, Jeremiah Kuhn, and the cause or the death of Prince Johnson. I know you're not. You say you're not ready to get into that. You will do that on another day. But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question about Prince Johnson's death. Was Prince Johnson aware that there was a plot to get rid of him? Do you know about that?
Prince Johnson was aware of everything. Prince Johnson knew everything that was going on. With Prince Johnson being alive, Jeremiah could not have access to certain places because of his connection with Prince Johnson. Joseph Walker and Jeremiah could facilitated the death of Prince Johnson.
Mm-hmm. How?
By betraying him and frustrating him. You know what I mean? For Prince Johnson to make Jeremiah Kuhn vice president, he got to be taking Jeremiah Kuhn. It is today that Jeremiah Kuhn going and beating Prince Johnson's house, getting to know that Prince Johnson feels dirty. Why he didn't give you all that money when you were alive? He needed it most. The poor facility not even death. And the one was happy.
So, Honorable Kolba, do you think there is something more than just assumption that, out of frustration he died? You think there could be something extraordinary that happened that led to the death of the senator, besides just assumption?
Now, when you go on my page, the day Senator Johnson died, I posted on my page that the death of Senator Johnson must be investigated and the result be made public.
So besides frustration, you think what else could have contributed to this?
A lot of things happening.
Such as?
Because they want to get rid of him. Why was somebody that made you simple president? God, they going to celebrate birthday party. Was that birthday party important? Why Jeremiah Kuhn have to go to even say Joseph Walker happy birthday to go to that occasion? You couldn't sit there and say because of this situation, call Joseph Walker and say, Joseph Walker, here today your birthday, I'll not be able to come a happy birthday. Was it not enough? They went to go in to celebrate the death of one of our fallen heroes.
Wow. Wow.
People pay for it.
So who's going to investigate? Who's going to investigate?
All the people that are involved, all the people that are involved in getting in the death of Senator Johnson would dial a chicken. Remember today, and mark this day, I said in my press conference today, mark this day, people would dial a chicken. Everybody like getting in the death of Senator Johnson.
So, Honorable Kolba, you said something, the 900,000 revelation. We, at SKTV, we were informed yesterday, and we made it clear to our people. We learned it was about $1 million, and $200,000 was the number proposed for each members of the Supreme Court justices. So that number is not too far away from each other. We learned that some of them already received the money. Do you have any information about that?
No, I will not sit and indict people on the Supreme Court bench, but I know that people took money with under the pretense that they were going to go influence the court.
Okay.
So I cannot say they received the money, but I can safely say
Yeah.
100% say that the money was received by Prince Moy, James Barney, and all those senators. What is senator name from Nima County? What they got in their over forgetting his name?
Nyatwanye?
Nyatwanye.
Let me ask you.
My uncle there for them to receive the money.
Let me ask you.
Anyway, I heard another senator name, but they didn't mention, but I'm not going to mention it. So I'm just working about that one.
Let me ask Honorable Yega Kolwa something really quick. Now that he talked about the
also in our meeting, I said it yesterday in my press conference.
Senator, Representative Yega Kolwa, let me ask you this question. I really want to ask you this question. The minority black or the fanatic black of the whole fight, you guys implemented a strategy that most Liberian people did not see coming. And that strategy was you agreed, and maybe you can speak about it now because it's over with. You send a couple of your men or your members willingly to go to the majority black. That was part of your strategies. SKTV learned about it, but we couldn't talk about it because I don't know what business. But here is my question to you. The whole issue of the Supreme Court and people receiving money to allegedly influence the Supreme Court. Do you think it's another strategy for you guys? Will you talk about it?
Well, that strategy will not work because the Supreme Court will rule in the interest of the Liberian people tomorrow. Mark it and take it to the bank.
So, what will you consider tomorrow a disappointment?
Have I ever said I take it to the bank before?
No.
Una Greg can say that.
They will rule in the interest of the law.
Una my boy Akala Greg can say that. Yeah. So, what will you consider tomorrow as a disappointment?
But there will be no disappointment.
Should there be one? What will you consider? Which one will you consider?
That means the Supreme Court rule. Have the Supreme Court ruling. So we get disappointed. Steve, second, when you get into election, you go there with two notions. You go there to win, number one. But the next option should be when you lose. What's the next thing to do when you lose? So you should always leave that position or fall back. And we do not have fallback position. The Liberian do not have fallback position. The Liberian know that the law will be the law and they will win the case tomorrow. The Liberian will win the case tomorrow. Take it to the bank.
Honorable Kalba, do you have before we leave you, do you have a take on the next political stalemate in Nima County? The person to occupy the position for the left by the late Senator Ben Johnson. Do you have a choice as to who you think
what I know is
could better represent Nima?
This way, Arches will wait to bury the senator, and the opposition will put out a candidate that we will go and endorse and campaign for that candidate. We will be in Nima. I will be in Nima to campaign for that candidate when Senator Johnson is buried.
Should that be Garrison Yelu?
No, I can't call me. It could be Sekou or it could be Steve Bullet. Steve, you want to be senator?
Yeah, I want to be senator, but I want to be temporary senator. I want to be.
Sekou, you come from Nima now.
Yeah, I come from Nima, but I want my own turn. I'm considering 2029, maybe Nima or
petition you.
Honorable Yaga Kolwa, I won't be represented in the Popular Home District in Lofa. That's it.
Well, Honorable Kolba, on a serious note, I mentioned Garrison Yelu name because those are the potential candidates, especially when it's going to be opposition. Because I know very well that Samuel Koga could be the one for the government because, I mean, for the Unity Party, because of the way things are going right now. He being the ringleader, one of the ringleaders of the majority bloc. So
that what the Unity Party told you?
I'm saying potential.
Look, let me tell you something, Sekou. You need to understand that you will hear names that you have never heard before. You will hear names that you have heard before, but when the opposition reach the conclusion and we get the marching order to go and campaign for the opposition candidate, we will be there.
Should I be Musa Assembly?
And I can assure you,
My man, answer my question. It could be Musa Assembly too.
Musa ability?
Yeah.
No, but I can't say.
Why you can say? Why you can say? I said potential. It could be Garrison Hill or Musa ability.
No, but if I will have to select for the opposition, then I mean there's no need for the opposition to decide who to carry.
Yeah, but do you have a preference? Do you have somebody that you prefer?
So I would prefer you because you come from Nima.
Well, I'm not part of your opposition. So how am I going to be?
No, but Segu,
how you going to prepare me?
Politics will bring you in the opposition.
So quickly before the lawmaker go, I want to ask him this question. Just in case tomorrow the Supreme Court, say maybe the minority bloc or the COFA bloc won the case and so forth, and say the majority bloc maybe resist and say maybe they don't want to work on the gabble of J. Frontier COFA. Honorable Yaka Cordova, what are some of the next maybe things that you people are going to do?
If I will have to tell you the next thing right now, then we'll not be waiting for the Supreme Court to rule. We have authority for the Liberian people. The authority will be what you will see when the Supreme Court rule. We need to be respecters of the law. Joseph Walker said he will respect the law. So the executive are to enforce the ruling and the mandate of the Supreme Court. So they will have to enforce it. Teku, have you ever seen your country with two speakers before?
No.
No. So if we can have two speakers in Liberia, do you know that we can have two presidents in Liberia?
Then that means we could potentially have two countries. And so.
Oh yeah, then that means we got two houses of representatives.
So which one?
Have to have two speakers in the country.
So you're gonna have two executive mansion too? Yeah.
If the Supreme Court rule tomorrow, we'll respect the Supreme Court rule.
Yeah, but the way what you're saying now, you're not open. You're not open to accepting the Supreme Court rule, regardless. You are only accepting the Supreme Court rules if it goes, for your, in your favor. Because,
no, I'm not saying so.
Yeah, because you're saying you're saying if it doesn't go your way, maybe we're gonna have two presidents.
No, but Segu, if the Supreme Court rule tomorrow, they will have a precedent to do what we want to do. Because there are a lot of reasons why we talk to a lot of pleading we talk to the Supreme Court. We say the manner and form in which Seku were removed. When you get signature, people will confirm their names, and those names are not confirmed. So if the Supreme Court rule tomorrow and say what they did, the removal of the speaker was correct, we tell the Supreme Court thank you. Then we're going from market to market now to get signature. To tell the president, to tell Joseph Walker that the majority has lost confidence in you, and we don't need more. And we are now the next president of the majority.
Yeah, but how that president going to have power to do anything in the country?
That president will get the police power. That president will get the AFL power. Just how the other people will get the police and AFL power. I can assure you.
Somebody will consider that as a bluff.
As a what?
A bluff. Like you're just talking because.
Okay. We'll be bluffing and people die in the complete planet. One person says they say they're bluffing.
No, that's not going to happen again. Nobody's going to die again.
If you know how people frustrated, if you know how the country has been tied down, just to remove one man, nothing going on, then you will know that people hide. If people got money for it,
So if we're going to have two presidents, who's going to be the next president? Honorable Koluba on the other side? Was the Joseph guy?
When we'll reach out for you, know my side.
No, I want to know who's going to be the president.
After will be well equipped with police and AFL. Yes.
So are you not afraid of being considered someone who having a subversive plan against a sitting government?
Business, man. Oh, they own power. They put come here, arrest you. They put come here, do they want? I read to my place. I told you, I'm to sync up to my apartment. There where I'm spending some time. I don't harm my place for people like other people. I do house, I will soon be moving back on the old road. I will go to my office on the old road and renovation going on. The next time I have press conference, like I said today, I'll be having in my district office because I'm doing renovation. I'm not hiding for people. The United Party for know where I'm living. They don't know where I'm living. Because it was during the former president, we are trying to move here. They don't know where I'm living. Nobody know where I'm living. All of them know, the youth chair know where I'm living. The chairman know where I'm living. Everybody know where I'm living. So then they come and arrest me and say, cool, you don't buy everything I want me to let's get a bucket.
Tomorrow, if we get a ruling tomorrow from the Supreme Court, will you be willing to come to SKTV tomorrow to have a conversation with us? Because we want to know exactly, we want to know after.
I will tomorrow after because you know the ruling will be headed down by about 3 o'clock. You know, maybe the process will start by 4, so we don't know when it will finish. So think what you'll be watching the process.
Yeah, we're gonna start our show at 6 p.m. So that will be by that time everything will be over.
So let's see how far we'll go tomorrow. But the ruling will be very short. Simple. That ruling I just 10 minutes. We'll walk from there.
Steve, and anything last before we let the Honorable go?
Well, Honorable Yaga Kwaluwa, as always, thank you for coming on. But let me ask you this one last question.
You always get last question.
Yes, let me ask you this one last question. In terms of the country going forward, the United Party pulled up yesterday, I believe, that for the next 5 years, they will want 8.4 billion to implement the arrest agenda. What say you? How do you react to that?
But the poor really get money. Simple. You know, you continue there in Liberia. When you continue overstay, you have to pay the duty for it. Then you have to buy it again from Freeport. They're not giving you receipt for it. You pay 5,200 and some cents. A few times, just in 2 months, the Freeport collected, the Freeport gave 4,000 and some more containers out. We all received. When I 4,000 and some more cents went. And 4,000, where you go? You think no money in the country? We exploiting our people to take the money. People want to come back in the country, they can't come back. You know, they got something in the port. Somebody was telling me today, they send the people. I don't know where I put the people. I will try to find out people. They got something in the port, they call wet sheet. Another money paying something again, they call wet sheet. You have to pay the taxes to LRA, then you have to pay money again, 4% again to custom. And that 4% paying the custom. Custom will not give you receipt for that 4%. Say, who prove me wrong? Call people that bring a container. Call people that bring a container. If they don't say what I'm saying are true, don't never call me on your show. Look, we have ransom the citizens and money in the country. Few people just getting in the car. Like you put money there yesterday. He didn't park a car to a usual place. He parked it where he could get outside to put 900,000 out in a car.
So are we talking about cash money here?
Yeah.
I said cash. It didn't go through anything. But you know, Sekou, let me ask you one question. You know the SOEs. The SOEs get contact like LPRC can you call one gas importer and say bring $1 million.
Oh,
yeah, bring it because because you know how they will get the money back. You know that.
Oh,
yeah. You know the port manager can call Jetty and say Jetty, yeah, send me $1 million, and they will bring a cash for them. That's what you're talking about. That's the reason why everybody want to become president to steal. If you are grabbing a port manager, carry him Broad Street and give him 25 for exploiting and misusing the proper money, people will be restricted in the town.
When you mean 25 lashes on it behind? Wow. That one part.
You don't know WRC money directly can call one gas importer and say, my man, we need 200,000 out. You know what's up? You know what man go to no position for? Because there's no money there. One continue alone, Sekou, call your bring continue primary comment. When you continue overstay, you have to go pay the people for it. Then they will have to send it back to you again. You have to pay 5,200 some change. No receipt. That one going NPA packet.
Wow.
This time you pay to NRA, that the only receipt you get.
Honorable Kolba, thank you.
To custom, no receipt.
Honorable Kolba, yeah.
They are not bringing the show no more. Call people that bring the container.
Yeah, we want to say thank you.
As you talking, when we finish, one people read it. Read the regulation that came for Freeport.
Okay.
I was saying one paper so you can read it on the show tonight because I can't go monitor your show. As we're talking, when I posted that thing yesterday, I sent it for the port. I will send it to you right now so you can read it. I wanted to put it on my page, but I just forgot.
Send it to us.
Your page will be able to read that one. I mean, your platform will be able to read that one. Saying I didn't put it on my page.
Yeah, send it to you. Let's see it.
I will send it to you, Sekou, and when I send it to you, you got it. If I love you talking, listen.
Send it to us. Send it to us. Let's see it.
Love you talking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it down. Send it to you.
So right after Honorable Kolba, we'll open the line and take a few calls. Because I know people being eager, people are eager to call right now. I know the lines are blinking like crazy.
Let me send people to you. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Where's Sekou? Sekou, where you at?
I mean, how many Sekou you get in your phone?
Sekou, like you call, that's Steve.
That's Sekou you call. Yeah, you said it to me. Yeah, you did. You just did. Steve, let me send it to Steve because me, my own are not too good. Let me send it to Steve.
You receive a document, right?
I got it already. I'm sending it to Steve right now, so Steve will read it.
Okay, send it to Steve. You'll read it on your show.
For not sending it to me, I will hold it, the senator, the representative in contempt.
I sent it to Steve. How do I send it to Steve?
You see how we're exploiting people? People want to come back from the diaspora. Now coming alone is an embarrassment. When you come, the taxes alone you have to pay. They will exploit you. They give you 5 days grace period. As people are bringing container after that 5 days, that's more money you start paying. You got to pay to the CTM people. You got to pay to the port. You got to pay to other people. I think you pay $50 US every day to the port. The CTM is starting from $25 to $50.
Honorable Kolba, the way the thing looking right now, Joe Bagay making the country noise already in the first year. Then what's going to happen when Joe Malcolm becomes president?
No, if Joe Malcolm becomes president, people run away from the country.
Why?
That boy is a dictator. That man looked at me in the face and told me, say, if I was speaker, I would drag you outside the place because I was criticizing former president we are. If they embarrass former president, we have to feel everything I brought to that place. He said it must pass. He said, John, we have people saying the plastic there. We will pass it. I embarrassment.
But no. Anyway,
Go to the line. Let me read it.
I'll be mad if he becomes president.
My brother from Lima.
Yeah, so if my brother becomes president, I will not be mad about it.
You see why the country not going nowhere? I say, yeah, Joseph Baga from Lopa. So Joseph Baga.
Yeah, but you got, but you know how many people support Joseph Baga simply because from Lopa? Right? Even you two, you supported the man. You went against the man when the man started behaving funny way, but you supported the man. It's really made that the godfather from Nima County. I mean, for Lopa County. You mean what? No claim to lead in Lopa County. Come on, fella, they were in Lopa County. Say money. No, but Joseph Baga was the godfather of Lopa before prior to his election. You don't forget that thing there. But nobody got political power in Lofa, leverage in Lofa County more than Joseph Baga. That's a fact. You didn't read the vote. Who the voter for? He got more vote than anybody else. Yeah, but he got more votes. Yeah, Yeah.
When it comes to politics, I don't do tradition here. I know voted for tradition. If I wanted to vote for tradition, I will go and ask for the chief zoo. I say, you're bringing the chief zoo. Let me vote for him. I will not criticize the chief zoo.
And I endorse me. Let me tell you, I'm not endorsing Joe Malcolm. I'm saying if he may become president, my neighbor brother, I will not be mad.
Neighbor brother, he not employ you. He not employ him. Welcome people to
I don't want to make a job.
to places.
And things I want to make. I want a job for Joe Malcolm, man.
You don't stop the country and they talk business. I was for you.
I'm just joking. Don't be mad at me. I'm just joking, man. I'm not endorsing anybody, my brother. Trust me.
No, I know you're joking, Sekou, but all up on here, things that you serious. I just talk business, bring the problem
That's
today.
true.
Oh, but for Nima, I'm not saying I'm going to support the man, but for Nima.
So let me not talk.
I got you, man. I got you.
What are you calling for?
I'm just joking, but
No, I know, Sekou. I know. But you got the paper now, Steve. You got the paper. You can read the paper.
yes,
you leave your line.
yeah, still gonna read it. But right now, still go ahead and read it.
Yeah, I can read it right now. This notice was sent out October 22nd, 2024. Public notice in accordance with the standard administrative procedure under section 1535 and 1536 of the Modernized Custom Code of 2018, Part V of the Liberian Revenue Code, and Chapter 54 of the Act creating the National Port Authority. The National Port Authority is mandated to auction all abandoned items that have remained within its premises for 90 days or more. The auction committee hereby informed the public that the following unit and loose cargoes have exceeded 90 days clearing period and are declared abandoned.
90 days, not 90, 90 days.
90 days. 90 days.
Yeah.
Owners of these items are encouraged to take advantage of the 10-day reclaiming period from Monday, October 28th to Friday, November 8th, 2024 to clear their items. Owners shall visit the auction committee office at the Freeport, Monrovia with proof of ownership, including a delivery order, original bill of letting, and payment of government duties. Additionally, this is interesting. Additionally, owner must pay $281.81 for a
Hold it right there. So that money when you pay, you going for your own container, they're going to go give it back to you again. As usher, you have to pay that money. You're not getting receipt.
Right. So let me read that part because that part is very interesting and caught my attention as well. Additionally, owner must pay $5,281.81 for a 44 continuum and for a 43 continuum and US $3,207 for a 20 feet continuum. Failure to clear these items within 10 days grace period will result into public auction. For further information, please contact the following numbers. And they put a number in there. They say signed by the Department of Public Relations, National Port Authority. This is very interesting.
What?
I'll see you, man. It was nice being on your show.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Honorable Kolba, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, the thing I didn't want my phone, I give it to you. You see why you my brother? Not because you give my money to Steve want to give it to me, but you will still give it.
But you know that you come a long way. Come on now.
So let me say thanks to Honorable.
Thank you.
Yeah, indeed, Steve Sekou. Wow. I've been going through that. I still investigating all of these things. Yes, thank you so much, Honorable Lawmaker. These are things that happen in Sekou. So sometimes when you send car here, like for example, maybe my brother Steve will say, maybe I send you a car.
So you can go block that?
5,000. You have to spend 5,000 just to go and release small car.
No. That's not what they say. They say if you leave your car there for 90 days or more, you will risk the car being auctioned by the government. They didn't say when you send a car, because the car then got a different pricing in terms of the custom fee. So
good. But I'm saying so many cars.
Yeah,
about 2005, 3005.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When it comes to sending car to Africa right now,
do
you know many Liberians can send their cars now through Guinea?
What I'm saying, but I'm saying,
what I'm saying, their particular document is not talking about that.
That's what I mean. It's
talking about if you fail to free your car. But before you send your car to Liberia, you must ask how much the custom fee for a particular car based on the age of the car, based on the model of the car. So before you send any car, you got to know exactly how much it costs. You don't have to send car if it's going to cost you so exhibit in Liberia. Only government can enjoy. They get duty free, especially the people who are legislature. They get duty free. They've been selling it to people. Some of them not ordering any car from here, but regular people before you can. And that's why the country is so good right now. We supported we supported Joseph Boakai to be president, make it easier for us. Joseph Boakai now president. Everything is good now. The custom fee is not plenty. So the small money is going to pay. If you fail to pay in 90 days, then they will take the car from you and sell it.
Which one is the small money? The most of the kind of job. Which one you got small money? So I pay $3,000 go release.
Anything Joseph Boakai do, that what Joseph Boakai do. Anything he does, Liberia deserves that. And
I do think the same, right?
Joseph Boakai is doing good, and yet Liberian people are enjoying. As far as I'm concerned.
All right, I agree with you, but the lawmaker also said that some of the money that you will be paying, there's no receipt to that.
But why you get receipt? The money going to the poor pocket, why you going to get receipt for? The money going to the government revenue, then the money get receipt. But the money going to the poor pocket.
But maybe why you asking for receipt? Why you want receipt?
Well,
the money in the poor
is
pocket.
Is there a bloody market or what?
Yeah, the poor can say we raise $6 million from the port, but we gave $4 million to the government. We reported $4 million to be placed in the government coffer. So what happened to the other $2 million that we don't want to raise the money? What are you asking for?
Anyway, good night. Hopefully on tomorrow.
We don't want to raise the money. You can tell God we get $4 million.
Yeah, actually, man, this topic.
That's what's going on. You said you want to do a Boakai, and you get what the Boakai will give you. That's what you deserve.
So people are not carrying all of their goods, or maybe going to Guinea to get a container and everything out instead of right here in Liberia. What you are saying?
Yeah. You explain that. No evidence. Don't give out
right now.
Good night. Good night to all of you. Good night. We got to go. Coming up next is the news.
We appreciate it. So tomorrow, Honorable Kolba will be here.
Yeah, wonderful. So good night.
But to our people who did not get to call today, maybe just before you go from Liberia, we'll make time tomorrow for you guys to call. We're very sorry that the conversation. Keep your questions and your concerns for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that we can have this conversation. But we're very sorry that you couldn't call.
As we were talking, everybody looking now. I got some breaking news, but we're not talking about it until tomorrow.
Yeah, hold it.
Let me go.
No, gotta go. No time.
No. Let me tell you something, the management over there will look at your baby all time. Will look at your.
Yeah, so breaking news, you can keep it for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe other people will get it. Maybe other network will get it. They will talk about it. But whatever the case is.
Yeah, but Mr. Kenneth, I think news go fast this time.
Yeah.
Let's take 5 minutes to hit the general public on it. What's up, Mo?
Tomorrow. Maybe Moses we should keep it for tomorrow.
Oh Lord. Hey, more guy. More guy.
More be on tomorrow because Mom believe that tomorrow.
I won't be on the show, but I don't want to
I put you on the speaker. I think you wanted to go on the show. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry.
No, but you know what happened, Mom? I wanted to say, you say that I want to come Minnesota to to hang out with you for a couple of days, but you not make it. I'm not coming. Yeah, you not make it, bro. I meant to call you last night, but I got carried away, bro. But I'll call you today so we can talk. We're gonna catch up on something. I'm gonna run something by you real quick. We're gonna talk about something. But folks, here we are at the end of today's edition. Like I said, Prince Johnson calling everybody. Prince Johnson call me, and me and he talk. And he say you're not listening to what Jeremiah said. Prince Johnson called me, Mr. Kane. I forgot to tell you last night.
I heard you when you were listening to when you were saying it on the show.
Yeah, he called me 2 days before he could pass, and he said the thing what Jeremiah will say, that people will be vexed for his death and will bring this, will bring that. He said, I'm gonna tell the Liberian posted a lie. The one they don't say. He said, I'm gonna tell the Liberian posted a lie because that daughter that they don't clean, that they call, they employ, the daughter already been employed. Do you know that? Joseph already did get a job before. So Prince Johnson said, I'm gonna tell him, say, Jeremiah and Dylan are certified and bona fide liars. 2 of them. Don't listen to them. They're jokers. That's why Prince Johnson said, I'm gonna tell you Liberian. So I don't know why Prince Johnson I call you, because you and Prince Johnson used to talk like your papa. Even though you used to deal with him on the phone, but he used to say call you. That one thing I love about him though. One thing I love about Prince Johnson, you deal with him, he will say call you. He not pompous. He will call you and say, my son, why not do? My son, what I do? So yeah, Prince Johnson call me. Yeah, my son, what happened?
Yeah, but people, yeah, thank you, man. Mom, the little Felicia is against your proposal that the breaking news can come tomorrow. Felicia,
no, but you know what? I agree with Mom. More strategic.
I wouldn't on TV breaking news can wait for the next day. As long as the news is not breaking, it's still breaking news. Unless you get it.
Mr. Kane, I agree with Mom. More strategic. I stand with Mom.
Really?
I stand with Mom. For tomorrow, I stand with Mom.
So what if I'm not on tomorrow? Maybe I'll just pass it on to you guys.
Yeah, if you're not coming tomorrow, you pass it on into the channel that we can normally receive information and collaborate with. So tonight we'll work on it and save all the information and bring it tomorrow. But we're not telling your friend today. Oh, sorry, I take it back because you know what I mean. Last week they were very active to contribute there. I take it back.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Sorry, I take it back. You're sorry. You're sorry.
The people were nice to all last week. Hopefully,
last week they came out bigly.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be good.
Last week they came out swinging. They came out bigger, Mr. Kane. So you're sorry, my people. I take it back. Yeah, you're sorry.
My man, so my people will see you.
Folks, thank you, Mr. Kane. I'll be calling you because you already know what time it is. We're chilling.
Right. Okay.
Monk, I will call you later. Mr. Kane, coming in the show with talk rare. Coming to rare. Coming to we talk.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. There are things we can do.